Page 112, Auld Lang Syne, very famous melody, well-known melody. And this is an arrangement of a soloist, solo of something, with piano accompaniment, where they're not giving you the whole accompaniment, they're giving you parts of it and you get to fill in the blanks. Oh boy, you're improvising. This arrangement is for a concert keyed instrument, and I know that because I look at the key signatures and they're the same. The piano part and the solo part is the same key signature, therefore it's a concert keyed instrument. So there's no transposing involved here. First thing I want to do is simply listen to the melody. I want to know what the melody is. 4/4 time with a pickup beat. Now, considering they're giving finger numbers here, and the finger numbers work for a keyboard instrument, you'd think this could be a keyboard instrument, but it doesn't have to be. It could be any concert keyed instrument in this range. It could be an oboe or a violin. So any concert keyed instrument can do this as long as they can read the music and the notes are within the range. I don't agree with their fingering all the way through, but I'm not going to get into that. This is not a lesson on the solo. This is a lesson on the accompaniment. Now they give some examples of the pattern they want, but first thing I need to do is make sure I understand the chords. And they're giving the chord names above the staff. That's fine. So in that first full measure, we have an F chord. I'm just going to play block chords for now. And then a D minor chord. It's a D minor 7. That's a D minor and that's a 7th. All it is change the bottom note to here, to here. And G minor is here. And then a C7 chord, this one, and then F, F7, and an E flat, and a B flat. Second line, F, D minor, like we had, it's not a D minor 7 now, it's just D minor. Now a D minor 7, I add the 7, then a C7. I should do it that way. The left hand's only playing one note, so I'll try and remember that. C7 and then a D minor again. B flat. C7. F. These seem to be the chords that we're using throughout. I just look down and they're all the rest of the same kind of chords. All right, fine. Then I put in the pattern. Here, it's just... And hold this down while you're doing that. So just for half a beat, both notes are down. D minor 7th. They're telling you to do it there. That's fine. And then this G minor 7th is here. G minor is this with the F added. They're doing it that. I use 4 notes there. You don't have to. You'll have to use all the notes in a 7th chord, but there's nothing wrong with doing it if you want to. Usually if the melody has one of those notes, then you can leave it out because the melody's got it covered. And the melody is doing a G there, so I could do it here, that, and let the melody have the G. And again, in the third full measure, the F7, that's it, but the melody has the C, so I'm going to let them have it. I'm just going to do that. Here. Basically the pattern we're doing it. Now in measure 4, they give you a different one to end that phrase. It's here. Yeah, let's talk about this measure. You have the broken chord, and then that last quarter note, LH is left hand, and this is bass clef. That is a B, it's a B flat, but it's got the AVA above it. So you come up here, play it up here. It still works because the melody is up here. So we're still not getting in the way of the melody. So I'm going to use the patterns that we used on the first line throughout all of it. So it looks like all of the chords, unless I'm overlooking something, all of the chords throughout the whole thing are actually used in the first line. So when you're using the pattern they're giving you in the first full measure, unless they give you the actual notes. In those cases, then you can do like in measure 7, which you're starting out with the pattern on the D minor chord here. D minor, how do we do that? D minor. And then they get block chords. And that last note, again, that's an F, but up here for the end of the second line. So they're giving you the pattern. So you go knock yourself out on that one. And if you have any questions, ask your teacher if you have one. If not, ask me.